Egypt is one of the favorite destination countries of Indonesian students to continue their education. Now, to know more on how do the Indonesian Muslims in Cairo are doing and face challenges of performing Ramadan fasting away from home, especially to the difference in weather condition of the country, we have here joining us live via Zoom application, Indonesian student in Cairo, Jeihan Hafiya. Hello, Jeihan. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Siska. Thank you.
Now, Jeihan, could you first tell us how long have you been studying in Cairo?
I have been studying in Cairo for almost 6 months. I arrived here at September 2022, and now it's March 2023, so it's about to be 6 months.
Okay, so pretty recent actually. How are you doing now in the month of Ramadan? How's the ambience there?
The ambience here, surprisingly, very heartwarming and very touching because most of the people here are so very enthusiastic with welcoming Ramadan or during Ramadan. So it's kind of uplifting the spirit of me while attending the Ramadan itself. So it's it feels like home to me, to be honest.
And how are you adapting to the weather there? Because must be quite a difference from what you're used to back home.
Yeah, fortunately, thank God, now we are in the transition between winter to spring. So the weather here is a bit cold at night and not very sunny on the day. So it's a very great weather to be fasting in Ramadan, obviously.
So you are experiencing what we call berkah bulan Ramadan, ya Jeihan?
Yes.
Now,
truly, yes.
Now, how's your experience of fasting in Egypt for the first time being far away from home?
Okay, not gonna lie, the first time that I felt was a bit gloomy, a bit sad because it's my very first time fasting away from my family, away from my friends, away from my home. But seeing the atmosphere of the Egyptian here, they were so enthusiastic with welcoming the Ramadan itself. By decorating their houses with lanterns and with like decorative Ramadan, so like the one that we use for Independence Day. We see that through every street in Ramadan, so it's like very festive Ramadan. So it's like a contributing factor for me to feel like at home and to feel like amazing experience. And also, I feel like I'm not going to be sad, even though I'm far away from home, but Egypt always provides happiness in here. So that's amazing, to be honest.
That's very nice to hear. But could you tell us also, I mean, in Indonesia, during the month of Ramadan, there are certain rituals and traditions that people follow and we have, like maybe the wake-up call at sahur time, going together with your friends to Tarawih. Do you also do that in Cairo, or are there any specific rituals and traditions that are unique to Cairo that you can tell us?
Oh, yes, obviously. So the unique thing that is very eye-opening experience for me is in here they provide many iftar break iftar for free. Okay. So they provide us with food, with the dining table across the street, with the chairs and everything. So we can just sit there and waiting for break time, for break iftar time. So it's amazing to see that kind of positive thing because it's just so an eye-opening experience for me, and we did that, and they did that, and they do that every day, almost every day they do that. So it's amazing to see that.
Must be quite a thing to be participating in for you. And I also want to know, Jeihan, being a part of the Indonesian diaspora now in Cairo, are there any activities that you all do together, maybe at the Indonesian embassy during the month of Ramadan?
To be honest, there haven't pronounced anything yet from Indonesian embassy ever since COVID-19 happened. So it's been a non-busy day, a non-busy month in Ramadan for among Indonesian, but thankfully we have Al-Azhar here. So FYI, I lived near Masjid Al-Azhar, which is one of the holiest mosque in Cairo and the center of Islamic studies here. So in Ramadan, they provide so much more classes, so many classes here about a seminar of Islamic studies. So we obviously spend more time in Masjid Azhar, in Mosque of Azhar, because there aren't much activity in Indonesian, so we centered ourselves in the Masjid Azhar activities such as Tadarus Al-Quran, reciting Quran, and like the seminar of Islamic studies and so on. So we have been busy in the Masjid Al-Azhar itself.
All right, Jeihan, last question. Because we know, of course, everywhere across the globe, including in Indonesia, the most awaited time is, of course, breakfasting or buka puasa. Especially in Indonesia, it's always so awaited because of the many varieties of refreshing tajils that we have. Now, to better illustrate the breakfasting time in Cairo, you mentioned how festive it is, and they have this free iftar moments that they provide across the city. Can you tell us maybe a little bit more about the food they have and what kind of new culinary adventures you've been having this month of Ramadan in Cairo?
Okay. Obviously, I'm going to miss some of the tajil that we have back home, but there are just so many food and culinary that we can try here. Obviously, the first thing is kunafa. Obviously, it's the most favorite dessert here, and Turkey also. But the specific, there is one specific dessert that we're not going to show during Ramadan. So it's just on during Ramadan. It's called atayef. So atayef it tastes like Surabi Bandung. Do you know Surabi Bandung? Obviously, everyone knows in Indonesian Surabi Bandung, right? So it tastes like that, and I personally love it so much because we can only eat that during Ramadan. So yeah, it's a very great dish, and I always provide it in my dining table with my friends. So atayef is obviously a great dish to be able to eat it. So that's amazing.
All right, Jeihan, thank you so much for sharing with us your time and experiences right here on Focus today. We wish you the best of luck for your studies, and please enjoy the rest of month of Ramadan in Cairo. Thank you, Jeihan.